Hello everybody, my name is Fresher Gobot. Sorry I was on hiatus for so long. I had to focus on real life. You know how it is. I'm really sorry. And I'm gonna try and make it up to you guys by making some food over summer. Now, today is an episode, we're gonna be making some pasta. Now, what you need are a measuring cup, half a teaspoon, a rolling pin, some eggs, or 3 to be specific, salt, flour, and olive oil. Oh, and if you want, you can do a bowl as well. Now, let's get in to the pasta making. Alright, so to start we need 2 cups of flour. So, since this is a smaller cup, we're going to be doing 6 of this. So we're going to be repeating this 6 times. So for this, if you scoop up this much, you're using your finger or a knife to slab it off and then put it in over here into some small circle. Repeat this 6 times. So, I'm not going to show you repeating this over, so let's just go to the next step. Alright guys, so now that you got your 2 cups of flour, we're going to be using our eggs. Sorry, 1 minute. Alright, now you're going to repeat this a few times, like how many eggs you got. So once you got the eggs in there, you're going to mix this around for that goodness. I'm not going to show you. So, just do it yourself, because you're gonna love it. I'll see you when the next part comes out. Alright guys, so then now that you got your eggs in, try not to get the yolk out, and try to make a well. So, see? You do this, to get all that yolky goodness inside. You're gonna love this. I know you will. Alright, so I'll let you guys continue this part, and I'll see you when we're done this. Alright, so if you're following me so far, this is what it should look like. This is the fun part. Until the eggs become part of the dough, you continue making it. You continue swishing and swashing it until it becomes this light dough. And if you ever made bread before, this is kind of how you make it. Make it till the eggs become the dough. Now you're ready to move on to the next step. Let's do this. Alright, so next is the vinegar oil, but we're going to use the salt first. Just let it in. Oh, yeah. Alright, this might be a bit much, but let it mush in. If you're enjoying the video so far, consider subscribing. It's free, and it really helps me out. And you can always change your mind later if you want to. Thanks. Now let's continue the video. Alright. Now it's this nice ball of dough. Now, let's continue. Alright guys, so like what you did with the salt, you're going to do the same with the olive oil. So you get your teaspoon and then carefully pour it on. And then before it gets out, you mush it together and then continue squishing it into this ball-like structure. It's going to look like a lot like this yellow-like dough. So if it does look like that for you, you're on the right track. Alright, now let's go on to the next step, which I believe is going to be the most important one. Let's go. Alright, so now that you got your dough like this is the most important part. You're going to roll it out, and you need to focus on your pressure, because your pressure is going to determine how good it tastes. So let's just roll this out a bit here. And if it looks like this, you're doing an amazing job, little chefs. Alright, this should look good for now. Now, on to the next step. Alright, so for this next part, if you have a pasta machine, please get your parents. You cannot do this alone. It's real dangerous. But if you don't have a pasta machine, well, you're just going to have to roll this out real thin. But it still has to have some sort of thickness. It just does, alright? Alright? Has to have a little bit of thickness. Now, on to the next step. If you got a pasta machine, you can stop here, but if you don't, then continue with us. Alright, now that we got our pizza knife, you need to do this with your parents. Now, it's not safe to do alone. So we're gonna do this. Cut it off. You need to cut your noodles off like this. Alright. I think you get the idea now, guys. So continue to do that for the rest of your pasta, and I'll get back to you. Alright, so this is what you'll kinda have, alright? This is what you're gonna kinda have, but a lot more. We're just showing a few noodles as example. So afterwards, you're gonna be using flour and sprinkle all over. Like this. Get that floury goodness all over your pasta noodles. The more flour it is, the more good it's gonna be. Alright? Now, I'll get back to you guys once we get these in the oven. But just as a side note, you can put these in a boiling pot of water with salt or in the freezer. Your choice. And I'll get back to you guys. Alright, so once you have all your noodles chopped, this is gonna look like this. So you're gonna have to move it together like this so that all the flour gets all over the noodles. Similar to what I'm doing. You can have a little bit of fun with it if you want. Make sure to get all the flour on these, because it's gonna be the only thing that makes them not stick. Alright, so now let's put these in some water, because we got some over there. I'll show you guys later. Alright guys, so now that you got your boiling water, you're going to be putting, this amount of salt inside, this, and then you pour it all in, because salt is going to be the key to making your pasta delicious. I'm standing away from the camera so I don't get burned. Alright, now let's move on to the next step, alright? Alright guys, if your water's looking like this, it's time for you to put that pasta in. So let's just... there we go. There it goes. In there. Now you just need to wait for it, and we'll get back to you once it's all ready. And as a side note, you can also stir it around using one of these, if you wish. Try to get all that salt in there. Alright? And now, we'll get back to you all later. See ya. Alright guys, so if you wait 10 minutes, and you don't have a pasta machine, this should be done. It's gonna take a lot longer if you don't have a pasta machine, but once you cook this up, you're gonna turn off the fire and then carefully move this over here. We're gonna pour it in, and then you're gonna put all this pot back onto the stove, and then you're gonna do this to get all the water out of there. Alright, now let's get it back all the way back in here. And let's put this back over here. And ta-da right now. Alright, I'll see you on the next step. Alright, so now that you got your noodles in this you got your noodles in there, you're going to put them in here and then put them back in that bowl. So you're going to take this, and then you put them in here. And then you swirl them around. And then you'll put them to wait. It's really mandatory that you follow these. You'll repeat this step for all the other stuff, so 1 minute. Alright, you'll repeat this, so I'll see you on the next step. Alright everybody, so if you've been following me, this is how your noodles should look. If they don't look like this, go back into the video and see what you missed. Stir them around, and this is the optional final step. Pour some of this delicious cheese in. And then once you got that in, you stir it around. Distribute cheese everywhere. Alright, and now we're done. Now let's get that onto a plate. Ta-da! And that is how you make pasta. It's plain, so it's nothing special. We just added some cheese and some sauce. It can be any cheese or sauce you want. But that's how you make some normal pasta. If you like this video, please consider giving it a like and maybe even subscribe because it helps us a lot. And you can always unsubscribe later. We don't mind because you have your reasons. And if you see that notification bell, please put on all notifications so you never miss another video like this. Well, everybody, I got some pasta to go eat, so I'll see you later. Bye!